Hey everyone, I'm Chris with Crowe Electric. Today I'm going to be showing you how to operate a portable generator on your home's electrical system. Now we have two options here today. One is going to be an Interlock Kit. Now we can install this in your electrical panel if you do have a main breaker. If you don't have a main breaker, we can install this, which is a 10 circuit transfer switch. Now down here you'll see a generator plug. We'll install that on normally the outside of your home or maybe even inside the garage, whatever is better for your house. We'll also be supplying you with a generator cord. Now this is a 30 amp twist lock plug. One end of this is going to be plugging into the outlet that we mount on the outside of your house or maybe even in the garage. The other end is going to plug into the port on the generator. Now in this video I'll be showing you how to operate both systems. We're going to start off with the Interlock Kit. Then we'll go ahead and take a look at the transfer switch. At the end of the video, we'll even show you how to operate a portable generator. Now if you want to take a closer look, I'll show you how to operate the Interlock Kit. Alrighty, now that we're over at your electrical panel, you're going to want to open up the cover. Right here you can see your Interlock Kit that we installed. Over here you can see it's labeled main breaker. Now that's the main power coming into your house from the street. Right down below you can see it's labeled generator breaker. That's the breaker that's tied onto that outlet that we installed, either on the outside of your house or maybe even in the garage. Every panel is going to have a different style Interlock Kit that we install, but generally the same idea. You're going to have your main breaker and then your generator breaker either below it, maybe even beside it. To operate the Interlock Kit, you can notice that you can't lift up on it and you can't turn your generator breaker on. The whole point of an Interlock Kit is to make it so you can't have your main breaker and the generator breaker on at the same time. That's how you could backfeed and send power back to the street. Not a very good idea. Now what you're going to want to do when you operate an Interlock Kit, you're going to come over, you're going to want to shut your main breaker off. You're also going to want to go ahead and turn off all your circuits in the panel. Now the reason we're doing that is so it's not a huge load on the generator when it first starts up. Now that your main breaker is off, you can see that you can lift up on your Interlock Kit, and that'll open room now to turn your generator breaker on. Now your generator is sending power back to your panel. What you're going to do is go ahead and slowly turn on all your circuits one by one. Once all those breakers are turned back on, now your power is back on at your house, all your circuits should be back on. Now vice versa, when your power comes back on, all you're going to do is shut the generator breaker off. That'll allow for the Interlock Kit to drop down, and now you can turn your main power right back on. Now if you look down here, this is a step-by-step instruction. This will be on all your panels when we install an Interlock Kit. It tells you how to turn off all the circuit breakers, start the generator, and everything like that. Now prior to doing all this, you'll be outside, you'll be starting your generator, plugging it into the outlet that we mounted on your house, and then you'll come down here and operate all this. Towards the end of the video, I'll be back to show you how to operate your portable generator. Now let's take a look at a transfer switch. Alrighty, now we're over at a transfer switch. Like I was saying, the only reason we would install this is if you didn't have a main breaker inside your electrical panel. What you're going to do, same thing for the Interlock Kit, is you're going to go outside, start your generator, plug it in, and then you'll come down here. Now as you can see on the transfer switch, we have 10 different circuits in here and then 10 separate switches. If you look down here, we have it labeled line. Up above is labeled generator. Normal operation, when your power is on, all these will be set down to line. And then when the power goes out, all you're going to do is flip each one of these up to gen. That's going to send power from your generator over to each one of these circuits. Now we can have different configurations in here. If we need to fit in more 2-pole breakers, we can apply that to these two down here. Now if you do ever have a fault and one of your circuit breaker trips while the power is out, the breaker will trip inside of here, not inside your electrical panel. These are all separate circuit breakers for all your appliances and circuits throughout the house. You shouldn't have to ever touch these, but they're going to operate the same as a regular circuit breaker. So right now you're running off a generator power, and say that you notice your the power's back on at the street. What you're gonna do is you're just gonna come back down here. All you're gonna do is flip all these down to line. And now you're right back at regular power. And then you could go ahead, you could go outside and shut down the generator, unplug everything and pack it all back up and wait for the next storm. Alright, next let's take a look at your generator plug. This is what we would mount on the outside of your house, maybe even inside the garage. Now if you take your cord, which will supply, you can see right at the top of your screen, one of those has a notch aiming down, which is going to be right here. Even on the outside of the cord there's an arrow pointing at it. You're going to line that up to the one that has a notch inside your plug, which is located right here. You're going to go ahead and line these two up. Plug it in, and it's called a twist lock plug. You can twist it, and now you can't pull it out of your house. So if someone trips on the cord, kicks it, or gets hit, it's not going to fall out. Alrighty, now we're over at your generator. You're going to want to have this outside. You do not want to be running this inside your garage. You want to try to have this plugged in as far away as possible from your home. Now if you come over here, we're going to show you how to operate the generator. So if you look straight ahead, you're going to be looking at the valve for your fuel. If you look up here, you can see it says on, which is straight up and down. What you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and turn this up. Now the fuel's on for your generator. Now if you look over here, this is what they call the choke. You can say up here it says choke to the left. What you're going to do is you flip that over to start your generator. That's just going to help the generator start. Now whether you have a pull start or electric start, we have both. We have pull start here, and then we also happen to have electric start right here. Once those two things are on, you'd go ahead and hit start or pull start it. Once the generator is running, you'd come back over to the choke. And now you're going to flip this over to the right, which is run. Now your generator is running. Now you're going to come back over to here. We can go ahead and locate the 30 amp plug on your generator. Ours happens to be right here. Now you may be able to see the little notch on the top. That's going to line up to the notch on the generator cord that we supply. If you take your cord, you can notice right here is the one that has a notch on it. You can see it sticking out on the bottom. You're going to line that up to the notch on the top. Plug that in, twist it to the right, and now that's locked in there. Now your generator is running and it's plugged in, and now we're going to head back down towards the electrical panel that either has the interlock kit or the transfer switch installed. Alrighty, now that your portable generator is running, you're going to want to have this outside. You do not want this running in your garage, in your home. You want to try to have this far away from your home as possible. Now the cord that we generally supply is a 25-foot cord. This is only a 15-foot cord, so you'll have a little bit more length. We can also supply a 50-foot cord if needed. Now the generator is running, you can always go down to your electrical panel. You can either operate the interlock kit or the transfer switch that we installed for you. These are two very good, reliable, and safe ways to hook up a portable generator to your home. Now on every install, we will be supplying a QR code that's going to mount on your electrical panel to show you how to operate the interlock kit, transfer switch, which is going to be linked right to this video. I appreciate you guys joining me today, and if you do have any questions, feel free to call us at Crowe Electric, and we'll take care of any of your electrical needs.